Football is the most played and beloved sport on the planet, with a rich history and a set of rules that seem quite familiar to fans worldwide. But beneath the surface of this beautiful game lie some peculiar and lesser-known rules that often escape the spotlight. Today, we are going to delve into the world of football's best-kept secrets and reveal the top 10 strange rules you didn't know existed. Keep watching because this video will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about your beloved sport. Number 1. No offside rule during corner kicks, throw-ins, and goal kicks. In the world of football, there's an intriguing aspect related to the offside rule that often goes unnoticed. This rule comes into play during corner kicks, throw-ins, and goal kicks. Surprisingly, in these situations, the offside offense is simply not in effect. This means that if a player receives the ball directly from any of these actions, they won't be penalized for being in an offside position. Now let's break down each of these scenarios. Starting with goal kicks, the new rules specify that opponents cannot be inside the penalty box during a goal kick. This strategic tweak opens up opportunities for the attacking team to break through the opponent's defense more effectively. When it comes to throw-ins, the absence of the offside rule means that players can receive the ball directly from a throw-in without worrying about offside positions. This presents teams with a unique chance to regain possession quickly and launch unexpected attacks. The same principle applies to corner kicks. There is no offside offense during a corner kick. This allows players to strategically position themselves in the penalty area, ready to capitalize on the incoming delivery. This rule change has transformed corner kicks into a powerful offensive weapon. Number 2. Minimum 7 players for a team on the pitch. In the world of football, there's a rule that often flies under the radar until a unique situation arises: the requirement for a minimum of 7 players on the pitch for a match to start or continue. This seemingly straightforward rule has implications that can affect the course of a game in surprising ways. Imagine a scenario where a team accumulates a total of 5 red cards during a game, leaving them with only 6 players on the field. This falls short of the required 7 players, and according to the rule, the match cannot continue and would be declared abandoned. This rule underscores the importance of discipline in football. Not only can accumulating too many red cards result in suspensions for future matches, but it can also lead to immediate consequences during the ongoing game. Furthermore, the minimum player requirement rule can have tactical implications. A team with a numerical advantage due to their opponent's red cards may choose to exploit this advantage strategically, knowing that their opponents cannot replace the dismissed players due to the 7-player minimum. Number 3. Equal number of players during a penalty shootout. Penalty shootouts in football are high-stakes moments that can determine the outcome of a match. However, there's an often overlooked rule that governs these dramatic shootouts. An equal number of players must be available on both teams to take the penalties. This rule becomes especially critical when a match ends in a draw and proceeds to a penalty shootout, but one team has fewer players due to red cards or injuries sustained during regular play. In such cases, the team with fewer players must adjust to match the number of players available to the opposing team. A memorable instance of this rule in action took place during the 2006 World Cup final. In this historic match between France and Italy, Zidane's infamous headbutt led to his ejection from the game, leaving France with only 10 players on the field during the penalty shootout. According to the rule, Italy also had to exclude 1 player to ensure an equal number of participants in the shootout. Gennaro Gattuso, who had played the full 120 minutes, was the unfortunate player to sit out. Number 4. You cannot be offside in your own half. In football, the offside rule serves a crucial purpose, preventing the attacking team from gaining an unfair advantage by positioning a player close to the opponent's goal. However, there's a specific exception to this rule. You cannot be offside in your own half. Here's how it works. When a player receives a pass in their own half and is in an offside position at the time the pass was made, it doesn't count as an offside offense. This exception is in place because it would be unfair to penalize a team for having a player near their own goal when they are in a defensive position. But remember, this exception only applies if the receiving player has not crossed the halfway line when the pass is made. This rule makes it clear that offside violations should only be called when a team is trying to gain an advantage in the attacking half of the field. Understanding this exception is essential for both players and officials to ensure the fair application of the offside rule. Number 5. Goalkeepers may wear tracksuit bottoms, but not others. In the world of football, goalkeepers have their unique attire, which includes gloves, jerseys, and sometimes tracksuit bottoms. However, there's a straightforward rule here. Only goalkeepers are allowed to wear tracksuit bottoms during a match. While it might seem odd for one player to be wearing tracksuit bottoms while the rest of the team is in shorts, it's a matter of tradition and practicality. Goalkeepers often wear tracksuit bottoms for added protection, especially in challenging weather conditions. It helps keep them warm and provides some extra padding when they need to dive or slide to make saves. A famous goalkeeper known for his distinctive attire, including tracksuit bottoms, is René Higuita, fondly nicknamed El Loco. He made headlines not just for his choice of pants, but also for his audacious scorpion kick save against England in a friendly match. Number 6. A player can be sent off even before the match starts. In a relatively recent development in football, a rule was introduced in 2016 that allows a player to be sent off even before the match officially begins. This rule aims to prevent any confrontations or altercations between players in the tunnel or on the field before the game starts. Here's how it works. The specifics of this rule are outlined in the FA laws of the game under Law 3, the players. If a player is sent off before the team list has been submitted to the referee, that player cannot participate in any capacity in that match. However, the team does have the option to bring in a replacement player from the reserves if one is available. Now, if a player who is listed on the team sheet submitted to the referee gets sent off before the match begins, that player can be substituted by another player from the bench if they were originally in the starting 11. But here's the catch. The player who was sent off cannot be replaced, which means the team has one less substitute available for the match. If the sent-off player was not part of the starting 11, the team simply has to play with one less substitute on the bench, while the number of allowable substitutions remains the same. A notable incident demonstrating this rule occurred when Patrice Evra, playing for Marseille at the time, kicked one of his own team's fans before the start of a Europa League match. Since he had already been named on the team sheet submitted to the referee, he was not replaced during the match, resulting in Marseille playing with one fewer substitute on the bench. Number 7. The keeper can hold the ball only for 6 seconds. According to laws of the game, a goalkeeper is allowed to hold the ball for a maximum of 6 seconds. Once the goalkeeper gains possession of the ball, whether from a shot, a cross, or any other form of distribution, they need to release it within this 6-second time frame. This rule is in place to discourage excessive time wasting by the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper doesn't have to make a specific pass. They can simply bounce the ball to comply with this rule. While it's not always strictly enforced, if the referee notices the goalkeeper holding the ball for too long, it can result in an indirect free kick being awarded to the opposing team. Number 8. The attacker must not be near the defensive wall in free kicks. During free kicks, especially when the defending team sets up a wall of 3 or more players, attackers from the opposing team are not allowed to get within 1 meter of that wall. The intention behind this rule is to prevent attackers from interfering with the wall or trying to create space by moving too close. Such interference could give the free kick taker an unfair advantage and undermine the purpose of the defensive wall, which is there to protect the goal. The rule was introduced by the International Football Association Board to address issues related to managing the wall and prevent time wasting caused by attackers within the wall. It also helps maintain the fairness and integrity of the game. Number 9. In a penalty, the kicker cannot touch the ball until it is touched by another player. When a penalty kick is awarded during normal play, there's a specific rule in place. The kicker is not allowed to touch or kick the ball again until it's been touched by another player, whether that's a teammate or the goalkeeper. This rule is in place to prevent the kicker from immediately scoring off the rebound if the ball hits the post or crossbar and bounces back into play. Its purpose is to ensure fairness and prevent the kicker from gaining an unfair advantage by scoring right after their initial penalty kick. Only after another player has touched the ball can the original kicker attempt to score on the rebound. Number 10. A direct free kick into a team's own goal will not be considered a goal. In a straightforward football rule, if a team concedes a direct free kick into their own goal, it doesn't count as a goal for the opposing team. Instead, a corner kick is awarded to the opposing team. However, if the ball is touched by the goalkeeper or any other player before it crosses the goal line, then a goal is awarded to the opposing team. This rule is in place to prevent teams from intentionally scoring an own goal as a tactic to restart play with a goal kick. It adds clarity to how such situations are handled, ensuring fairness and preventing potential manipulation of the game. So that's all for now. Which rule surprised you the most? Let us know in the comment section and subscribe for more content.